there. Where is everyone? Where is everyone? They're somewhere in internet land. Where are those kids? Oh, there they are. I see you. You see them? I see you. Welcome to our story time. We're going to have a great time today. We're here because we're going to read my story, but first we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to ask you some questions. I can't hear you when you say something back to me, but you can give me a thumbs up. You can tell your parents, or you can just talk. And sometimes when people are asked a question, they just think about the answer. You get to do any of those. I want you to take a look at this girl first. She's the main character. I love her hair. She's got 2 ponytails. I only have one. She seems to be thinking about something. Have you ever had that look? Like confused, thinking, wondering. You know what she's wondering about? She's wondering what a Hurricane Harvey is. This is a hurricane that happened a couple of years ago. And she's wondering what it is, because Harvey is a person's name, isn't it? So if she's never experienced a hurricane before, and the hurricane is called Harvey, maybe she thinks Hurricane Harvey is a person. Let's find out. Everything is going to be all right. Here we are. There she is. She's in bed. She's got Baby Bear with her. I've got Baby Bear right now. It looks like they're reading a story. And it looks like it's kind of raining outside, doesn't it? It had been raining for hours, but this soggy morning was different. Malia held on to Baby Bear as they read together in bed. Do you read together in bed with your friend? I read in bed, and my grandkids read in bed, and they have a friend, and maybe you have a friend like this teddy bear. But I think reading is fun to do anywhere. So she's reading in bed. Suddenly, Malia's mom rushed into her bedroom. Harvey is coming. Harvey is coming. Who's Harvey? Malia asked Mom. Harvey the hurricane, Malia's mom replied as she took a deep breath. Harvey is coming, but everything is going to be all right. You know, that kind of reminds me of the day my principal called me and she said, Susie, school is going to be closed. And I said, what? And she said, yes, it's a pandemic. And I said, what's a pandemic? And she told me what it is. So then I realized, okay, a pandemic is coming. And lots of people might get sick, so we have to protect ourselves and stay in our house. And so that's why school's going to be closed. So that might be how she's feeling, wondering what a hurricane is if she doesn't know. See that name tag and the clouds and the raindrops? Maybe Malia thinks a hurricane's like a person who wears a name tag, Harvey. She really doesn't understand, does she? And she kind of looks confused. What's a hurricane? Malia wondered out loud. Mom said a hurricane is a large storm. A storm called Harvey? Asked Malia, chuckling. Yes, that's funny, isn't it? Mom said. Storms are given names. It's easy to remember a name. Kind of silly, isn't it, that she thinks that a hurricane is a person. But you know, sometimes we think silly things if we don't understand. That's normal. Now the water's changing. The whole ground is covered outside, isn't it? So the water is kind of coming up a little bit at a time. Malia squeezed Baby Bear gently. as Mom rushed out of the room. Arm in arm, they peered through the window, looking for Harvey. They saw herky-jerky rain spattering the windows. They saw blowing wind rustling the trees. And they saw pools of water puddling on the ground. Did Harvey do this? What you doing now? Now it looks like she's having a tea party, doesn't it? Have you ever had a tea party? Thumbs up, yes? Thumbs down, no? Malia and Baby Bear followed Mom into the living room. As they watched the water trickle under the front door, Baby Bear and Malia had a tea party on the sofa. They made mud pies with squishy mud that had flowed into the house. Squishy mud. Mud pies. Have you ever made mud pies? Thumbs up, yes? Thumbs down, no? Have you ever made mud pies inside your house? Thumbs down for me. Never do that. Oh, now she has her rubber boots on. The water must be coming up. You have rubber boots? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? Mom put special pictures in a plastic bag for safety. And Baby Bear and Malia played kickball until the ball floated away. Why did that ball float away? Why is there water in the house? That's called a flood, isn't it? Water's coming in the house because of who? Hurricane Harvey, but Harvey's not a person. Harvey's a storm. Why is Mom putting pictures into a bag? Are pictures important? Yeah. Are there any other ways that she could protect them and save them? Maybe. Maybe that's something you could think about. Oh my goodness. Look at Malia's boots. The water is now up to the top of her boots. Did Harvey take my ball? Malia asked. Yes, that's Harvey doing what hurricanes do, she said. But everything is going to be all right. How? Malia wondered again. She's wondering how everything is going to be all right. Have you ever wondered how something's going to be okay? Maybe like right now. Maybe you're staying at home and you're wondering, how is everything going to be okay if we're staying home every day? Maybe that's how Malia is feeling. They're sleeping in a storm. Can you sleep in a storm? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? I can sleep in a storm. My dog cannot sleep in a storm. He gets scared. So we try to make him feel better when there's a loud storm. Malia was tired and decided it was time for Baby Bear's nap. They dozed off on top of Malia's dresser as the water rose to Mom's knees, soaking her legs like an unwelcome bath. She dialed 911 again. Mom dialed 911 again. That means she already dialed 911 before. Why would she have to dial 911 again? Can you think about why? Maybe, just maybe, lots of people are calling 911. Maybe police and fire trucks can't get to most people because the water is so high. Maybe. Look at the toys, they're floating. Do you know what floating means? Do you know what sink means? We're going to talk about floating later on. When Baby Bear and Malia woke up, they found dolls, crayons, shoes, and games floating around like toys in a bathtub. Did Harvey do that? Mom nodded. Yes, that's still Harvey. But everything is going to be all right. You knew she was going to say that, didn't you? Sometimes it's important to give other people hope. So we say those kinds of things to give hope to other people. So we want to have hope and we want to give hope to other people. Malia looks like she's whispering something to Mom. Wait, that's Baby Bear whispering something to Mom. Maybe it's both of them. What do you think they're telling Mom? Mom stood near the window waiting for help as Malia and Baby Bear looked on. Together they watched and waited, looked and hoped, and gazed and prayed. Baby Bear kissed Mom on her cheek and whispered in her ear, "Everything is going to be all right." That's a nice thing to do, isn't it? To give hope to Mom. We have hope and we give hope. Mom boldly walked outside into their watery yard, looking up and down the murky street. At that moment, Malia noticed tiny raindrops of water pounding the soggy surfaces all around, as if Harvey was dancing around the yard, leaving his tiny little footprints everywhere. She realized that the rain was still falling, and at the same time, the water was still rising. "Is Harvey making the water rise?" Malia asked. What do you think? Is Harvey making that water rise? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? Look at her face. She does look uncertain now, doesn't she? I think I've had that face on my face when I'm feeling kind of nervous about what's going on and why school has been out for so long. He is doing that, but everything is going to be all right. You knew that, didn't you? Malia wondered to herself, how is everything going to be all right? So, as the water is rising, it's kind of like us. The weeks keep going and getting longer and longer that we're staying home. So that's kind of the same. The water gets higher, we stay home longer. Maybe that's a reason for us to be a little nervous and wonder how things are going to be okay. Malia placed Baby Bear's yellow raincoat on his body and rain boots on his feet as she thought about what Mom said. She hoped everything would be all right. What is this? Do you know what that is? Tell me what it is if you know what that is. Suddenly, something very strange came into their view. Instead of a car zooming down the block, a green boat was floating down the street in their direction. Why is there a boat floating down their street? What do you think? Mom jumped up and down excitedly, calling and waving to the green boat. Malia and Baby Bear jumped up and down excitedly, waving and calling too. The man steering the green boat inched closer and closer as Malia squeezed Baby Bear tighter and tighter. That's what I do when I'm a little nervous. I squeeze. When the man in the green boat was close enough, he reached out to Malia. She took hold of his hand. You know, sometimes all we have is each other. Look at that. Is Malia on the boat now? Looks like water that somebody is offering her. A man and his dog. Because pets need to be rescued too, don't they? And a baby feeling comforted by the dog. Everybody loves dogs. Did Harvey do all this? Malia asked the man on the green boat. Oh yes, that's Harvey, he said. But everything is going to be all right. You knew I was going to say that, didn't you? But wait, they're not on the boat anymore, are they? Looks like they have arrived somewhere. What do you see? Do you see little beds on the floor? Do you see people reading a book and some cellular phones charging in the wall charger? That's different, isn't it? You think that's somebody's house? And there's a sign that says Fern. It's part of the sign. It's not the whole sign. We'll talk more about that later. When they reached the building, Mom, Malia, and Baby Bear stepped off the boat. Finally, they were on dry land. They walked into the shelter, looking around at the crowds of strangers, who all seemed to be helping each other. Baby Bear fell asleep as a lady offered Malia a dry shirt. That would be nice, wouldn't it? It's not her shirt, but it's a dry shirt, so that would be nice. There's that sign again. There's the rest of it. Furniture. Furniture. Why is there a sign that says furniture? What could that be for? Is Harvey gone? Malia asked Mom. No, but we are safe and sound, Mom said, relieved. And we have dry clothes. Everything is going to be all right. So that's a shelter, isn't it? A shelter is a place you go for safety. So the shelter is a furniture place, maybe a store. That's nice, isn't it? Malia dried Baby Bear's fur with a little yellow towel from the shelter. And Mom made a bed from a cot. Malia went to bed, but she tossed and turned on the cot. Mom covered her up with a warm blue shelter blanket and kissed her goodnight. But wait, Baby Bear needed a kiss too. She thought about the water that kept rising, the green boat floating down the street, and the man who rescued them, the people helping each other, Baby Bear comforting Mom, the shelter that became a sleepover, the warm, dry clothes, the lady singing pretty melodies, and the cot that became her bed, and her brave Mom, who dared to say that everything was going to be all right. So she's thinking about all the things that happened in that long day, isn't she? You think she's still trying to understand what's going on and how everything is going to be all right? Yeah, probably. You think she figured it out? We don't know yet, do we? Let's find out. She got up out of bed, didn't she? What do you think she's telling Mom? Can you think of something she would be telling Mother? Let's see. As she drifted in and out of sleep, Malia realized that Mom was right. She tiptoed out of bed over to Mom and whispered in Mom's ear, "Mom, now I understand." You do, Mom replied softly. Yes, she said. The hurricane is strong because the wind and the water from Harvey flooded our home. But people are stronger because they're brave and because they help each other and they don't give up. We will overcome the hurricane named Harvey, Mom. And that's why everything is going to be all right. Mom smiled. And Malia fell asleep, feeling safe. Do you think she found hope? Yeah, she did. She figured out why everything is going to be all right. She learned two things. She learned about what a hurricane is, and she also learned why everything is going to be all right because of these reasons. People are strong. People are brave. People help each other. People don't give up. And people overcome things. That's why everything is going to be all right. Because in the end, everything was all right. That's kind of like us, isn't it? That's kind of like us. We are at some point going to go out of our house just like they went back into their house. So, are they going into a clean house? No. They're going into a messy situation, aren't they? So are we. We're not going into a messy situation. We're going to be coming out of our house kind of in a messy situation. But the good thing is we're strong, we're brave, we help each other, and we can overcome. Is it going to be normal again? Probably not, but it will be a new normal. New normals are okay. Now sometimes kids ask me, if Malia is a real girl. Malia actually is not a real character. She is a representative or a symbol of all the kids who experienced Harvey, and there were plenty of them, and many adults too. So, what I decided to do is put some pictures in my book to show you that real people are brave too. Real people are strong. Real people help each other, and real people overcome. Take a look at this. This is a picture, if you can see it, of the cleanup after the hurricane hit. I call it inside out because after the cleanup, everything from inside that house went outside, sitting in the front yard to be hauled off. They had to start all over, didn't they? And here's that green boat. That was real. Rescuers in boats of many colors, shapes, and sizes. They had the same mission, to conquer Harvey's waters in order to reach stranded residents. And look at this. That's kind of sad, isn't it? That is a doll floating around in dirty water in somebody's house. Kind of shocking, isn't it? Have you ever had a doll floating around in your house? Thumbs up? Thumbs down for me. I hope that never happens. And look at this picture. Walking out into a watery yard where conditions continued to worsen. And take a look at this picture. After Harvey drenched Texas and Louisiana coastals, the scene of strength and hope arose from the floodwaters as people helped one another. You want to know something really fantastic and beautiful? You see this victim and you see this helper? They're the same person. Yes, victims can also be helpers. They're the same child. That is really beautiful, and that shows you people are brave, people are strong, people help each other, and they overcome. And here's the pictures. This mom saved her pictures by hanging them on a line. That's a new way of saving pictures in a flood. Maybe you can think of other ways. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that story. Now I want to talk to you about some of the things I do when there's bad weather, or maybe when there's a situation like this one. I have a fun kit. Here's my fun kit, and it's got some things in it for kids. Here's my fun kit. It's got a lunchbox, and in the lunchbox it has little books, little toys, and has crayons to color with. Uh-oh. Oh no. Look at this. My crayon's broken. Does it still work? It's not perfect anymore. This one's perfect. This one's broken. Does it still work? Yeah. Just because something isn't perfect doesn't mean it doesn't work. Lots of things aren't perfect and they work just fine. Lots of things are broken that still work. Doesn't have to be perfect to work. What else do I have in my fun kit? Oh, I have a snack. I have Uno cards. You know how to play Uno? Thumbs up, thumbs down. I have a color page. This is the little girl. You want one of these? I can get you one of these. I'll show you in a minute. I have, oh, this is really cool. Does anybody know what this is? It is a flashlight. And I have to crank it with my hand. It gives me something to do when I'm nervous. So you can make a fun kit. It can be a basket, it can be a bag, and put stuff in it. Stuff in it that you like to do on a rainy day, or when you have to stay home for school on a day like today. And you can just go through the items. Kids sometimes ask me how I made that, and I want to show you how. It's made from stuff at home. You see this? It's just a craft. This is a paper plate that I cut in half. I colored little decorations on it. I drew this is just like a candy cane or a J. And I cut it out and I taped it on the back. And I cut out some raindrops and some string or ribbon and I taped it on the back.